How I became involved with the Children's Museum is a dear friend called me one day and said, the Children's Museum has been closed for several years and we're trying to reopen it. I would like to invite you to become involved. We would like you to think about becoming a new board member. And so she invited me to visit the Children's Museum, and I actually had never been to the Children's Museum. So when I even walked in the door, I was just excited right off because the bones, the structures of the building, it was just so well designed. It looked like just like it did 20 years ago when it first opened. And so I became involved right off the bat. And through my engineering career, I helped with the items of updating and repairing a lot of the items in the museum, such as the rotten wood. We updated the fire suppression system. We changed out the lighting. And one of the great things about getting involved in the Children's Museum reopening, there were already so many community volunteers involved. The Home Builders Association, the first day that I was there, they walked in, brought in bags of just supplies. And then I also, about getting involved, I asked our daughter, I said, they've asked me to join the Children's Museum board. What do you think about that? And she was like, oh, Mom, I always loved the Children's Museum. And so it was just, I felt joy in my heart. It was going to be a great experience and it was going to be fun. And also we have 6 grandchildren and I was like, oh, this will be wonderful to bring our grandchildren to this facility. I feel like what drives me and what is my passion and what encourages me to serve with the Children's Museum is that the best money and time that we can spend is with our children. They're our future. And also, I wanted to continue to give back to our community. And this was just a great way for me to use my entrepreneur skills, my philanthropic skills, to update the museum, and it's been a lot of joy. To me, when you walk into the Children's Museum, you just feel the joy. Children, this is a place where they can walk in the door and they can touch everything. They can feel everything. There's toys everywhere. There's over 20 exhibits. In the backyard, we have a little creek. There's a sandbox. And even in the front yard, with the help of the Junior League and Lowe's, they have put in also a new venue that disabled children can be involved in. So it's something for every child. Children, they learn better by hands-on learning. So when they walk in the door, they can play, they can imagine, they can create. It's just a fun experience, and it brings me a lot of joy to give back to our community. When I received the phone call to let me know that I had been nominated and was a finalist for this year's Shoals Woman of the Year, my first response was, oh, wow. I just felt humbled. I felt blessed. I have so much gratitude for all the volunteers that we have involved in the Children's Museum, our board, our staff, our site manager, and our many donors. One of the things that has always motivated me about the Children's Museum is that there are so many community volunteers and we have great donors. For me, if I was selected at the Shoals Woman of the Year, I would feel like, of course, right off the bat, very blessed. I kind of already feel like a winner, just being nominated, just being a finalist, and just be among so many great leaders and women who serve in our community. We've all accomplished a lot. I went back and read as many stories as I could from the Times Daily about the past nominees and the past finalists and the past winners. And it was just so inspiring. It was just a feel-good moment. And I would be very grateful. It would be a great honor, and it certainly is a privilege to serve our community.